All right, we should be live on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right, we are live on YouTube. I'm sorry for the late start if you're here live. If you're on demand on the replay, it's not going to matter. There's supposed to be a break in the rain, or there's supposed to be light rain, and it was coming down a second ago, but now it's kind of slowed down. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm out and about. What's what I'm trying to say? I'm out and about on another walk with purpose. AZ Prod, how you doing? AZ Prod, welcome. Hello, Virginia, how you doing? I'll try to be back when it's live. Okay, fantastic. Audio okay? Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? No static, no nothing. Please let me know immediately if there's an issue with the sound. I will fix it. Good evening. Working but listening, says Cynthia. Hey, Wilbur, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get 3 laps in today without having to walk underneath the senior center building, which is this. It's pretty light rain right now, so I'm going to give it a go. And I've got a great topic for you folks here today. A very important topic, especially if you have an online presence and you share your stories on the internet like I do. You don't have to be a coach to share your stories on the internet. As a coach, I feel you should be sharing your stories. And leading by example. But there are people that are not coaches that just want to come out and share their stories because they might be able to inspire other people that are going through something similar. And their story or stories could make a difference in other people's lives. And today, I'll first be talking about, can people reform? Can people be reformed? And then I'm going to go into talking about a couple of people. Give me a second here. I'm sorry, I just had to take care of something real quick. I'm going to make it very clear to everyone here. I'm not going to ban people, but I'm going to tell you folks this. If you come here and you troll my content just to make fun of me for lulz, I will time you out for 30 minutes. If you come back a second time and you continue to troll for lolcow content, I will time you out for 24 hours. And if you do it a third time, then I will ban you permanently. That's just the way it's going to go. You want to make content on myself, the things I talk about, that's on you. I'm just not going to allow people to disturb my chats. Do that on your own, without me. You don't need my interaction. Your reaction should be just fine enough. Thank you. Now, hey Willis, how you doing? Hey, Uh, GLM, how you doing? Virginia, you know what's up. We're part of this movement. Stupid, go, dumb, dumb. Yeah. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about, can people reform? Can people be reformed? Is my audio still good? Can you folks hear me okay? I want to make sure that there aren't any issues here. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right. We're back live. We're back live. Can you put a 1 in the chat if the audio sounds good and if it's coming from the furry ball? I'm great. How are you, Eli? I'm great. Outspoken. Audio is clear today. Yeah, thank you. Still waiting for my new replacement cable or adapter to come in. But this one seems to be, I've found the way to jimmy rig it to make it work for the time being. So it's all good. Now, jimmy rig, other people have a different word on how to rig things. And I don't like to say rigging things in a racial way like some people do, right? You know what I'm talking about. Instead of jerry rig, sometimes people say something else, right? Right, GLM? Isn't that horrible? People have dirty mouths nowadays, don't they, huh? So we're going to talk about, can people be reformed? And then I'm going to be talking about 2 YouTubers out here, 2 content creators, 2 people that have shared their stories, and one of them continues to be severely bullied and harassed and attacked and accused of things that I feel she has not done. And another one has truly, in my opinion, been reformed. And I honestly feel she never really had many problems. Yes, she did go through an alcohol phase, but she was able to work through that and get back on track. Willis says jerry rig, or yeah, you know what the phrase is, dude. We can't say that. I mean, if we said that on YouTube, number 1, we'd be removed. Number 2, we're not racist people here, bro. You know, we love everyone equally. We're equal opportunity shit talkers, right? Man, I'm trying to avoid the people here. There's lots of people coming at the park right now. There's like soccer practice and stuff. I'm going to try to cut through in a way where I can avoid as many people. I can't even avoid anyone. They're everywhere. I'm trying to stay in my own lane. Yeah, we're equal opportunity shit talkers, right? And I don't even talk shit. I speak the truth, right? But I'm just kind of, making it funny, right? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, anyway, I'm really proud of these 2 women. And today I'm here to stand up for them because both of them have been through what I've been through, and with the same people. It's really comical how it's the same people that have been bullying and harassing me. I'm not talking the same specific people, but the same group of people. There's a large group of people in this like drama group that I guess unintentionally I was a part of many years ago. Right? It still lingers. These people still just they can't get enough. And it's their content to talk about this stuff, right? Like their content is bullying and harassing people and accusing them of things with no proof and making calls to the police and reporting people with no proof, right? Yet the person they're accusing is still making postings on YouTube and is not arrested. So does that not say something? If that person is not arrested or in jail and nothing's happened to them, does that not say something to the public, right? And these are grown people, grown adults in their 40s and 50s that are coming at these women in the same ways that, this same group of people have come at me. Now, it's a large group of people. I'm not here to talk about any particular people that have caused this for any of us, because it's a lot of them. It's too many to mention, right? It's a whole group of people, right? But what's the primary purpose of them doing this? It's for content, because that's all they have to talk about. And additionally, can you folks still hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Are we still good? Are we good? Additionally, these people that are trash talking people like, Dana from the Adventure AZ channel and Sharon H from the Savage Girl, I think is what it is. I can't remember exactly. I tagged her channel name. These people that are coming at Sharon and Dana need to seriously look at themselves in the mirror and say, hey, I got to take care of my own issues first. No one's perfect, including myself. I have issues. We all have issues, but it's funny that the people that are going at these people have more issues themselves than the people that they're trashing or they're trying to accuse of some really ludicrous stuff, right? The one lady does streams crying about how crippled she is and she can't even wipe her own butt without a CNA, but she will exploit people's children. Yeah, you're talking about Susie, right? And that's okay. Susie rebroadcasts me. It's fair game. And I'm not here to attack you, Susie. I'm here to... GLM, you're talking about Susie Q7979, right? Come on, let's just put it out there. It doesn't really matter. You're talking about Susie. And I wish no harm upon Susie. I wish her the best in her recovery and all that. Right? Come on, GLM. Verify that so I can go on. Come on. Can you hear me okay? Or am I cutting out? She goes 100. You see, Susie, I wish you the best on your recovery. I send my thoughts and my prayers to you to get better. And you've got a lot of people supporting you to get better. At the same time, you're helping people trash talk this woman, accusing her of sexual abuse regarding her kids. And that's a serious accusation. That's a very serious accusation if you have no proof of it. And her kids coming out and saying something is not proof. Because kids will backlash and do things. And let me tell you something. The way that these people create clips out here, if there are even any clips of them saying that her kids are accusing her of this, those could be manipulated. I don't trust anyone in this group at all. They manipulate audio, video. They take things way out of context. If her kids were abused, how could anyone exploit that? Well, here's the thing. GLM is like the internet undefeated. Willis says 7979. Yeah, Susie Q7979. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You guys want to go subscribe to Susie and help her get better? It's all on you. You want to go and donate to her, to a recovery fund or whatever? That's cool. Maybe you could send her a message to treat people the way she'd want to be treated. Yeah, thank you for taking care of that. You know who that is. You know who that is, GLM. It's the same person. All right, it's all good, you know. Yeah, I'm not here to play games at the real life expense of other people. I'm sick and tired of people making instigated drama content on stuff that they have no proof of, on stuff that is just speculation or just made up for drama views and drama donations, right? Now, for people that run those types of channels, if people actually do stuff and you know you have reasonable proof on it, then that's fine. Talk about it all you want. But honestly, what has Sharon done to anyone? Sharon hasn't done a thing to anyone. I think Sharon is a good person that's vulnerable and wants to be loved, wants to be appreciated, and has just encountered the wrong people. And you can't blame her for that. She's putting herself out there because she wants to be loved. That's all she wants. She wants to be loved by a good man, and she just wants to live a normal life. And I've looked at her reactions on her community wall. Her reactions are warranted because the people that are coming at her are saying some vile things, and they're accusing her of some vile things. So how do you expect anyone to react to that, right? It's the same thing with this court case I've been dealing with. How else do you expect me to react? I sat back for a while, and then I'm like, screw it. I'm going to talk about it because it's bullshit. It's not fair for them to gain an audience and make money and get clicks and do all of that at my expense. So you got to speak out and stand up for yourself. Crystal, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. You actually were the one that inspired this topic today because I wanted to respond to you personally about Dana. We're going to talk about Dana Adventure AZ in just a little bit, and it's going to be nothing but positive. And I can understand what you were saying in your long comment you put out yesterday, Crystal, but I disagree with you. And I wanted to share my thoughts with you publicly live on the air instead of some comment, right? Because I want you to be able to respond, and we can talk about this, and we can be reasonable about this. And we can boil it down to what it really is, which is just content on YouTube for people that have nothing better to do than trash talk other people. Content from conflict, that's it. That's all it is. We've got some light rain, so I think we're going to be okay. Can you folks still hear me okay? Got some light rain. If someone's children have been sexually abused, then they are unable to protect their own children. So stop targeting Sharon and look in the mirror. I agree. Like, the bottom line is, I'm not accusing anyone of abusing their kids. I don't think any one of these people have abused their kids. But they're using Sharon as their guinea pig, as their lolcow, same ways they used me, and that's why I'm standing up for her. Do you think they're trying to use Sharon as their lolcow? Because this is all preposterous, right? And look, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out here. I don't have the most clout, but I have more clout than most of these people. I have a real channel, 2 real channels, and I want to use my channels to stand up for the woman. She deserves to be stood up for. And Sharon, if you want to email me, you can. I know in the past we didn't talk because I didn't want to deal with anyone involved in this drama group, and I still don't. But I don't feel it's fair how you're being targeted in this way. I don't feel it's fair at all. It's not right. It's not funny. It's just not right. That is not the real Crystal. I just checked her page. Is that the real you, Crystal, in here on a sock account because your main account is banned? I should have probably put my gloves on. It's wet and it's like 52 degrees. Anything below 50 and I usually put my gloves on, but it's wet, so it makes the hands feel colder. Crystal, if that is you, where did you work? Yes, hello GLM. Yeah, so I don't think that I don't believe anything people are saying about Sharon. Now, has there probably been problems with her kids? Sure, they're young kids. I think her daughter's an adult now, like 18 or 19. And then she's got another kid that's going to be an adult soon. Listen, kids are not perfect. And when parents are trying to discipline their kids to teach them to be better people, a lot of times kids will revolt and do stupid things to try to get back at their parents that aren't true. He's the one who was talking to you on my page. I think you have him blocked. He's nice, Eli. He won't troll you. Who's that? Who are you talking about? Joey Sharp? Okay. Alright, so that's cool. So that's not her? Okay, do you suggest we ban the fake account? Or is that someone else that we know? What do you suggest we do? Jenny Sandler with the $20 super sticker. Wow, Jenny, how are you? Jenny, wow, that came out of nowhere. God bless you, Jenny. Let me give you a heart there. Actually, that's a super chat with no message, I think. Jenny, let me ask you a question. Why did you pay $20 for a message, a super chat message, and then you didn't even put a message in there? You should have gotten your money's worth, Jenny. Jenny, why didn't you get your money's worth of that super chat by typing in a message? Seriously, Jenny, thank you. That's far too kind. LOL, I forgot. Well, maybe you should ask Google and YouTube for a refund then. Minus the 30% because that gets taken off the top for them. It's all good though. Thank you, Jenny. I forgot. I'll actually buy that, Jenny. I'll accept that answer. Thank you again for your $20 super chat. That's far too kind. I am not trolling. I made this account because you blocked me before when I told you I was GLM's friend. Well, why don't you email me at Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com. Send me your channel link that you want unblocked, and I'll take care of that tonight or later tomorrow before the next show. We're in a much better place now because, like I said, I never really had a problem with GLM or some of the people that I blocked The problem I had were the people you folks were associating with. And look, I'm not going to tell people who to associate with and who to not associate with, but if you're going to associate with people that are trying to terrorize me online and offline, I just can't associate with you. That's just my choice. And your choice is to, go somewhere else. But everything got resolved, and it's all good. I don't have a problem bringing people back that now really, truly have seen these people's true characters, right? Prayed for her today. Put it towards the Bring Back Dawn Fund. Oh, Dawn is fine. Dawn is totally fine. And once she gets out of surgery later on this weekend, we're probably going to do a live stream from the couch. So, thank you. Yes, no. I'll use that to get Dawn her favorite flowers, sunflowers. Thank you, Jenny. Much love. Dawn is resting right now. She's had some issues with her eyesight too, and that's why she hasn't been on these streams in a while. She's at home resting with the dogs and watching some Peacock. Peacock's a great streaming service too if you don't have it. Hi Bree, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Jenny says yes, I meant surgery. Yeah, thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Yeah, so the bottom line is this, when it comes to Sharon, just leave Sharon alone. Sharon's done nothing wrong. Sharon has not abused her kids in any way, shape, or form. People were saying I was abusing Dawn, and then you guys called a wellness check, and they were in and out in less than 10 minutes. And that was all done for clicks and views. And listen, Dawn and I aren't even upset about that anymore. We're not even criticizing the person that made that call. What we're saying is, how stupid is all of this? How much longer are you folks going to waste government resources, waste our tax dollars, and do things clearly for clout on the internet, when at the same time it could harm the person that you're making these false calls on? Because if you were to call a SWAT call or a wellness check call on someone, and the cops, and let's say you were sleeping and you didn't answer the door, and the cops had to break the door down, and then you get up, they might end up shooting you by mistake. You folks don't understand you folks don't understand what you're really doing to these people, what you're doing to our society from a emergency resource, government resource standpoint. You're wasting our tax dollars. You're putting people's lives at risk over what? YouTube clout? Over, just wanting to do something that makes you feel important, or what? I don't understand, right? Leave the poor woman alone. And I'm not saying she's poor. I'm saying that as a figure of speech. Let her live her life. And Sharon, listen, it's up to you if you want to keep responding to people or not. My advice is these people are not worth responding to. I'm just talking about it in general. I'm not mentioning anyone's name specifically. There's too many to mention anyway, right? I would just ignore them. And, hey, here's the thing. If they do make calls, let them come in. Have your place clean. Just like Dawn and I had, when the cops came to do a wellness check on Dawn at my place. I opened the door. They walked in. I said, "Yeah, I know why you're here. Come on down, officers." Two nice female officers came on down, checked things out. They talked to the both of us, and they were out. They were out the door. They already knew it was a BS YouTube prank, but they still have to check it out. Even though they know for the most part it's BS, they still have to come. And that's a waste of emergency service resources for someone else that could actually be dying. Do you folks have a fucking clue in your head? I mean, how much longer are some people going to continue to do this kind of stuff, right? I mean, honestly, do you have a moral fucking compass? Hey, like, can I ask? Yeah, well, have yourself a nice day. Like I said, if you're known trolling, then you're gone. Praying Dawn heals soon. Absolutely. I have Peacock after I got rid of Netflix, and I love it. Yeah, because Dawn and I haven't really gone out in a while because of her ankle. We've got DirecTV, and we also have all the damn streaming services without commercials. We've got Netflix, we've got Hulu, we've got Peacock, we've got Paramount Plus, we've got Disney Plus, and we've got Max, formerly known as HBO Max. I get that free without commercials based on my AT&T plans. They no longer offer it, but as long as you keep those same plans, you get Max for free. So that's great. But I will tell you, having these streaming services, you can watch, I can watch shows on the regular channels. I have regular DirecTV with the DVR. We DVR this stuff, but now Don and I, we just wait. See, with the DVR, you can forward through the commercials, right? But it's a pain in the ass when you're eating and you have to forward commercials. So you wait till the next day. The show's on Peacock or whatever network without commercials. The brand new shows on Peacock. You click on them, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, Organized Crime, or whatever, right? Criminal Intent, whatever, right? And it just plays it one after the other without commercials. You don't have to even lift the remote up and try to dirty your remote while you're eating, right? So it's I gotta tell you, streaming is the future. It absolutely is the future. Now I do like having DirecTV, and I hope that never goes. But even DirecTV, they're streaming all of their channels online. So I don't know how much longer the actual satellite service is going to be around. I have the actual satellite service. But, again, everything's going streaming. Streaming quality's gotten incredible. It's just unbelievable what you can get now out there, man. On demand. In the middle of the night. Whenever, right? Those are the same people complaining about people on food stamps. They can all waste money on court and emergency services. They are hypocrites. Outspoken. HBO Max has the Showtime stuff now, and that's what makes it worth keeping it for me. They got a lot more than that, dude. They got Max is fantastic. There's a show on Max down there watching now called Body Cam. They had like 4 seasons. I think the last season ended last year. If you like police, response calls, and you see the actual body cam footage, that's a great show you can watch on Max. Body Cam. It's fantastic. So, before we stop talking about Sharon, if you have any questions on Sharon, put them in the chat. Leave Sharon alone. Sharon, reach out to me. I would not mind doing another show with you. I have your back. I honestly don't think you've done anything wrong. I think you've tried to discipline your kids to make them better kids, and I commend you for that. Nowadays, you try to discipline kids and make them good kids. They retaliate by making shit up to try to get you in trouble, right? So if anything was said, in my opinion, that's what I think happened. I can tell you this. I've known Sharon for years. I used to talk with Sharon on the phone. back in the days, years ago. And she's not a bad person at all. She just wants to be loved and appreciated. And yeah, she's made bad choices on men, just like Dawn used to. Like I used to make bad choices on most of the women I dated. It happens, right? You can't blame someone for that. So stop blaming Sharon for the same shit that you're all going through, right? I mean, it just really just behooves me, you know? Leave Sharon alone, please. Leave her alone. I use F movies. Okay. BRB says Hitomi Honda. They have no morals at all. You know, I really don't think that's what it is. I think people that come at me, people that come at Sharon, people that come at anyone in general, and I'm saying this in general, are lacking something deep within themselves. They're lacking something. Something is missing. And so when they can go after someone like myself or Sharon or anyone else and try to get a group of people together to help, kick us down, it makes them feel better about themselves. It gives them a false sense of feeling better about themselves temporarily because they feel they're better than that other person they're criticizing. But most of the time people are, criticizing and attacking people for things that aren't true. It's more of a jealousy type of factor or an envious type of factor, right? And if they're going to say, hey, what's so envious about Sharon? Listen, I'll tell you guys honestly, okay? I got Dawn, and I'm happy about Dawn. Dawn's a beautiful woman. She's the most beautiful woman in the world to me. But honestly, Sharon is a beautiful woman. Now, she's dealt with some situations that have caused her some cosmetic issues. That's something that she shouldn't be shamed for, and I'm sure that she'll take care of all that when she can. All that stuff costs lots of money, but the bottom line is that maybe people are envious of Sharon because she's actually a decent looking woman for her age and for what she's been through. And she stands up for herself, and she's not afraid to, stand up to bullies. I mean, I have to commend that. I do. And I got to the point of where, you know what? I got tired of being bullied. Yes, people say ignore. And yeah, you're supposed to ignore to a certain extent. But after a while, when people just don't stop, then you got to put an end to it yourself. Right? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. We are back live. Let me know if you can still hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. The rain is very, very light, which is good. I'm hoping I can get in one more lap after this with no rain or very light rain. It's going to come down again later tonight. It came down pretty hard last night. Was it raining pretty hard in San Jose last night, Will? You're only about 30 minutes south of me. 1, thank you. Sock account? GLM, if you think that's a known troll named Sock account, I'll give you the pleasure of deciding whether you want to ban him or not, okay? You want to ban that Sock account, GLM? GLM, if you're going to come back here, I'm going to put your ass to work. It's like monsoon season there. Sounds like you're a deranged troll. Sounds like you're a lonely, miserable clown on the internet just seeking to do dumb shit to get attention to cure your blues. This is not the place to do that, sir. And I'm sure you're a guy. GLM or any other mod, if you think that that's a known troll and they should be banned, you want to go ahead and take care of them? I'm going to give my mods the opportunity. I'm going to give them the honor of smashing you with the hammer, sir. The ban hammer. So enjoy your stay while you're here. Yeah, I'll give them one. Like a Sicily A10 used to say, give them the hammer, give them the slammer, coach, give them the hammer. Give them the hammer, the slammer, coach. Hidden by AZ Prod, wonderful. Thank you, AZ Prod. Did that feel good to smash them with the hammer? Zero Jules, I will unban you. But I want to ask you this. Zero Filter Jules, I will unban you again. Unless I think you may be unbanned on your regular channel, right? Let me know. Email me at coacheli at coacheli@melas.com. I'd like to know, regarding the Sharon case, do you feel it is wrong what these people are doing to Sharon? I need to know where you stand on the Sharon situation. Well, yeah, send me an email. I will unblock you. I'd like to welcome you back, because I think, Jules, I think all of the major culprits are going to be out of the way soon. Because after this, after all this that was done regarding this court case I'm dealing with, most people are just going to back off after that. They already have. Absolutely, it's gone on too long. Sharon should be left alone. Now, amen. Welcome back, Jules. Jules, can you send me an email to Coach Eli at coacheli@melas.com with your main channel link again? I'll unban you on both channels and I'll remoderate you, okay? And again, I'll say the same thing to you I said to GLM. I never had a problem with you directly. I had a problem with the people that you folks were surrounded by, right? Associated with, right? And I just couldn't be a part of that. Right? I couldn't be a part of that. I just want to be honest with you, because I think you have a lot of great critical thought to add to the conversation, Jules. I feel you always have. I moved on years ago from Sharon. It's like 2018 on loop. Well, let me ask you this, Jules. And then during the last lap, I want to talk about Adventure AZ Dana, because she's a phenomenal woman. Dawn loves Dana Adventure AZ. Like we have a lot of respect for her. And we'll share our thoughts on her in just a little bit, because there was a comment made on yesterday's stream, and in the comments section as well afterwards, by the same person named Crystal. I think maybe on her real account. And we'll get to that in just a few. I can see them in 10 years still harassing Sharon. Sharon also has to move on too, though. She reacts to everything. Well, I understand that. I've told Sharon before that you need to ignore these people, but the bottom line is you can only ignore them for so long. The bottom line is she probably tried to ignore them, just like I tried to ignore all my stuff. And then, Jules, I said, screw it. You know what? I'm going to tackle it head on. And that's what I did. I sat back, I let them show their cards, and then I came in and I said, you know what? I'm done with this. I should be able to stand up for myself, let my audience know what's going on, and then continue creating what I've been trying to create out here. I used to talk to Sharon in the past. She has tried to ignore these people, but they antagonize on purpose because they want drama to talk about. They need someone as their patsy to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? And I think by this point, I think Sharon does realize it, right? And at the end of the day, as long as Sharon realizes that they're just using her for content, right? Just like this whole thing with me has been made for content. Like, honestly, like, there's no proof of sexual abuse. There's no proof of that, regarding her kids. And anything that's been put out there could be fabricated. They said that, Sharon's, the father of the kids, Sharon's ex, created a YouTube channel and started to talk about the situation. How do we know that's not somebody just making it and pretending to be him? These people will go as far as make shit up just to give their audience something more to just laugh about or tune into. Sharon should just go ghost. Well, okay, let's okay. That'd be like asking me to go ghost, right? I was never going to give up my dream, which is to be a coach and help people. That's my dream. I will never give up my dream for anyone. And I think Sharon likes being on YouTube and sharing her stories with people. I don't feel Sharon should have to leave YouTube and be radio silent because she's being harassed by a group of people regarding her content. Right? You understand what I'm saying? What should happen is these people should leave her alone. She is being harassed. If these people feel that there's something wrong, then they can take that offline. Okay? But they keep talking about it online. Right? They keep talking about it online. So it's obvious they use it for content. Now for me, I wasn't talking about my court case for a long time, for like a few months or so. But I finally said, screw it, I'm done, because I kept hearing all this BS. And people were emailing me, and I'm like, I'm tired of responding to all these emails, so I'm just going to go live, and I'm going to talk about it, because now people want to know. But I did it because it was the right thing to do. I'm not doing this specifically for the clicks and all that. If it gets clicks, so be it. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. Right? So Sharon should not have to give up sharing her thoughts on YouTube because people, want to bully and harass her. That's a bunch of crap. Hello, unknown. How are you doing? Well, they will have no content if she hides. She can make a different account to have fun on. I think everyone's children should be off limits. I agree. I honestly don't know what's been happening with Sharon. I don't watch her or anything to do with her. Well, I wasn't watching her, but I started getting recommended content from people that are talking about her. And then I got recommended her content, even though I'm not subscribed to any of these people, including Sharon. But I may resubscribe to her now because I do want to support her through this. I do feel enough is enough. And the same group of people that's come at me is coming at her. And this has gone on far too long. They just got to let it go. Give me a second here. We're at, 48 minutes? Can you folks put a 1 in the chat? Let me know if you can hear me clearly and see me clearly. The weather is cooperating right now, so this is really good. I'm hoping I can get one more lap in. 1, thank you. Thank you, Jules. And Jules, it's a great pleasure to see you back here again. I'm going to tell you this, Jules. Another thing that really disappoints me. I'm going to come out and say this because I got to say, JT, Mr. Tuttle, okay? I've always liked you when you've done the right thing. But when you participate in endless nonsensical drama that's when I step away. Because for those of you that don't know, many years ago on my other channel, which is now Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, it used to be something different back then. It used to be a grip on life and something else before that. You know, after I had shut down my original channel with my ex-girlfriend Dana, and I came back and started my now known as Coach Eli, Elias, Melas channel back in late in 2018. I would live stream late at night with Jules and with JT, Mr. Tuttle from Texas. Those of you that know who I'm talking about, that's cool. If you're new here, try to put it together. There's a lot of history here. Remember that, Jules? We used to talk late at night. We had great conversations, and I really enjoyed, hearing from JT. I don't know too much about Sharon. I saw there were issues back then and refused to talk about it the way those people came off with their memes I didn't like. Yeah, you're right. Sure do. LOL. Yeah, those were good days. Actually, you guys got me to 4,000 watch hours in 1 month. But it still took me a year to get the 1,000 subscribers to get monetized on that channel. But I thank you and JT for staying up all night with me getting those watch hours back then, Jules. Hats off to you. Hey, you know what? You got to give credit where credit's due, right? Ain't no shame in that, right, Jules? Ain't no shame in that. But yeah, just leave Sharon alone. Sharon, reach out to me. Sharon, I want to help you. I want to give you a platform. Maybe you, Jules, and I can do a show together. Maybe we can do a show on Jules' channel. I want to get on a panel and talk with you about this. What I don't want to do, Sharon, is start blasting any of these people. We do not need to mention any of their names. We all know that it's the same group. We don't have to mention names. We don't have to attack anyone. We don't have to call people childish names. I get it. And here's the thing. I was thinking about this, and this is the thing. As we transition into talking about Adventure AZ Dana, respectfully, Dana. Hang on. GLM says, the plumber just got here. We clogged the drain with all these curls. Okay. Well, you know, GLM, I bought a 6-foot snake for the house many years ago. And anytime there's a clog, I'm the plumber. It's about $40. You do it yourself, and you save a $500 plumbing call. I clogged the drains. I unclogged the toilets. All of that. Shower drains. You know, even women's hair gets stuck in the shower. You gotta use the snake sometimes to unclog the drain. But I get it. It's all good. Who wants the honors of getting rid of the ghost of Marcel the pimp? Who wants the honors? Unbelievable, man. It's all good. You know, it's final lap, folks. And you know what? The weather is really cooperating. I'm really, really thrilled about it. Now we got people coming on the sidewalk, so I'm going to have to go on the grass. All right, so we're going to get to Adventure AZ Dana here. And I was thinking about this because that Crystal woman, I think on her actual account, I think that was really her in the chat yesterday. I think she's somebody from Jamie's group, because Jamie was chatting in the chat yesterday along with her, and then she left a comment, I believe, in the comment section, because when it comes to my case with Tammy, I've been saying the last few days some things that GLM and Adventure AZ Dana, who had her own run-in with Tammy for 10 years, that Tammy's a victim too. And she's been prey for these people, and she's been used and abused and been used as a patsy, right? And I was saying last night that, Dana and I are willing to talk with Tammy and, make things right and get her away from these people that never really cared about her. All they cared to do was use her as a patsy to come at me and relinquish all of the liability from them and put it on her. And that's why I'm trying to, I feel for her. I seriously do. And I've been trying to make things right. And GLM, I saw your community posting. Thank you for that. It is in God's hands now. It's in the Lord's hands. And so we'll see what happens. It is what it is, right? But at least we try to do the right thing, right? But I was thinking, because this woman, Crystal, was saying that I guess Dana did worse things to Tammy than Tammy did to Dana. And I'm not going to come out here and say that either one was worse than the other. What they both did was wrong. And Dana's admitted that, and I'm sure Tammy has too. Okay? So, she was saying that there's no chance of reconciliation because supposedly what this Crystal chick said was that what Dana did was far worse because, she was massively reacting. Well, what do you expect someone to do when they're being harassed like that? Crystal, or whoever you are, right? What do you expect someone to do like that? And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I realized when it comes to everything for women, they're either all in or all out. Okay? Especially relationships. When it comes to attraction of a man, they're either all in or all out. There's no in between. And I started to realize, because that's always true. That's always been true about attraction for women. Women know if they're 100% into you or zero shortly after they lay eyes on you, right? They know that. And it doesn't matter what you do. It just matters how they feel. It matters how they feel. They're 100% in or they're 0% in. There's no middle. When it comes to women, no disrespect for the most part, there's no middle fucking ground with women. It's pretty cut and dry, right? So when it comes to Dana reacting the way she did, based on how Tammy was coming out here and using a group of trolls on Kiwi Farms to harass her just so Tammy can feel like she has a group she fits in with, come on. How can you blame Dana for that? What do you expect Dana to do? Just sit back and do nothing? And women have feelings, and so do men, but women always react to everything emotionally based on how they're feeling in the present moment. That's just normal for women. So how the fuck else do you expect her to react to that? Seriously. How else would you How else would you expect any other woman to react to something like that? So look, it was wrong. It was wrong. They were both wrong on how they handled it. I think that Tammy instigated it for clout on Kiwi Farms. And look, I'm not trying to point fingers. I'm just saying I believe she was the one that instigated it. But Dana reacted to it. Yes, she did some things that she shouldn't have done. But she's come clean. She's admitted those things. She's paid the price for those things. And she's reformed. And that's the topic here. Do you feel Can people reform? Is it possible for people to reform? And the answer is yes. That's the fire department. And they're making the left out of the fire station and going down Jefferson Avenue down towards the opposite end. I was very reactive years ago. I've mellowed through the years, thankfully. Yeah, I think you got tired of all this crap, Jules. I think you got tired of hanging around people that don't really care about you. What they care about is their clout on YouTube, right? Some people are like that, right? Actually, there are a lot of people on YouTube that just care about their clout, and they pretend to like people or get along with people, right? Just for clout, right? Just like your YouTube handle, you tagged me for clout, right, GLM? That's pretty clever. One day I wish to be like Jules, says GLM. I'm fine now. I left all the drama behind me. Right. Right. I want to thank Jenny Sandler again for the $20 super chat. If you're still around, Jenny, thank you so much. Just very grateful and thankful for that. So you want to know what's happening right now? You know what the funny thing is? There's probably like 2 or 3 simulcasts of me going on right now. And quite frankly, I really don't care. I saw the numbers go down. We had 30 to 40 people here. We have 20 now. So now they're going to other places because now these people rebroadcasting want to make a bigger deal out of something that's no big deal at all, right? You want to make a big deal out of something that isn't a big deal at all. You want to make a big deal out of nothing is what I'm trying to say. You want to make a big deal. If you think they're trying to make a big deal out of nothing for clout, put a 1 in the chat. If you think they're trying to make a big deal out of a lot of nothing, put a 1 in the chat, because that's what I think. That's what I think. And I'm just really tired of this type of content. I am. I'm just really tired of people being preyed upon for this type of content. It's just horrible. Willis says 1. Willis knows what I'm talking about. I don't do any drama anymore, says Will. Yeah, I don't blame you, dude. I really don't. I really don't. We've got 10 thumbs up. We've got 24 people here. Thank you so much to the 24 people that are choosing to support this stream. A whole lot of something out of nothing, right? Is what's happening here, right? They're trying to make a whole lot of something out of Sharon when there's nothing there besides a woman just trying to live her life like any normal human being would, right? Reach out to me, Sharon. Seriously, reach out to me. I'm going to reconnect with Jules again, and maybe we can all do some really positive shows together. You need some support, Sharon. And I'm coming to you saying, I want to support you. And I'm sure most of the people here will support you. I'm just tired of all this nonsense, garbage content that is really messing with people's real lives just to try to create damning shows for an audience that loves this cringy shit, you know? Do you mean about you sticking up for Sharon? Yes. Yes, I am sticking up for Sharon. I hope that's not a problem, Jules, with you. Absolutely. That's part of what this show was, and to also stick up for Adventure AZ Dana. Because if you folks want to come out here and say that both Dana and Tammy were wrong in their beef, I would say that's a fair statement. And so would Dana, and so would Tammy, more than likely. But from what I've seen, Dana's come a lot longer of a way and become more reformed than Tammy has, at least at this point. Now, there's still hope for Tammy, and I hope she does the right thing. And she's heard over the last few days what the right thing would be. And she would have some real, true support. But that's still on her, right? But if we're going to say, hey, is it possible for people to reform after they've done some bad shit? Absolutely. There are people that go to jail for certain aspects, right? There are people that go to jail for, like, let's say, for high-end robbery, right? And then they'll go to jail for 10 years, 20 years, whatever. They may end up getting released early because now they become a valuable resource to the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, to help them solve crime as a criminal informant or as somebody that just understands how a criminal mind works, right? You see, even criminals can be reformed and turn their lives around to help the authorities stop future crime, right? So anyone can be reformed. If you feel anyone can be reformed, put a 1 in the chat. Anyone can be reformed as long as you're mentally capable of doing so. Now, there are some people that are mentally challenged and stuff that have been diagnosed with mental issues. And if that's the case, I would say it's probably a little bit more difficult to reform, or you know, it's just difficult to do anything because of your disability, right? But I think any mentally sane person can be reformed. And Dana has come a long way. Jules says, I think some people are beyond help, to be honest. I watch too much true crime. That may be true. That could be true. Jules. I think more so it has to do with some people are just not happy on what they see in the mirror. Give me a second here. They're not happy on what they see in the mirror. They're not happy about their financial situation or their job. They're just not happy about the way their life is going. And instead of working on themselves to better all of those aspects that they feel they're lacking, they'll come out here on YouTube and social media and attack other people so they can feel better about themselves, right? That's all it boils down to. I've been saying that for years, and that's exactly what it is, right? Is it possible for those people to reform? It is, because I'll tell you, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Give me 1 second here. I'm just waiting. Oh, one of the Amazon drivers just lit up a... It smells like not a cigarette. It's like one of those, like those cigars, like one of those Swisher Sweets. I can smell it. We used to have those Swishers at poker night. They're cheap ass cigars, but they taste good. Very rarely did I have one, and I had a few decent cigars when I used to hang out with a friend of mine whose parents used to own a place in North Shore, Lake Tahoe, and they had good money, and we would go there, all our friends, and we would have fun. They would take care of us, and his father had like Cohiba cigars, like top notch. Now that was some good stuff, really good stuff. But yeah, Jules, that's all it boils down to. It's just one massive projection, is what it is. Hopefully Tammy sees the light before she ends up in jail over dumb shit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I don't listen, GLM. I think you know I'm being sincere, because I think you know I'm a pretty straight shooter, and I'm the quickest person to ban someone and remove stuff. And I've brought a lot of people back because all of you are making sense, and we're all trying to do the right thing here, right? Yeah, I don't want anyone to go to jail. I don't want anyone to lose anything, including Tammy. I really don't want her to lose anything, especially over these people, Tammy. You want to ruin your livelihood over a group of misfits on YouTube. Let's just call them that, misfits, right? Isn't that a good way to put it? They're misfits, right? Misfits. Outspoken says, I used to roll the tree up with the Swisher Sweets in my younger years before switching to the vapes. Yeah, no, I haven't had Swisher Sweets since my early 20s. In my teens and my 20s, I used to play poker with the guys every weekend. Now it's like, good luck finding time to spend with the guys at all. We're all with our women. We have our own lives. We're working, doing our own thing. I got my YouTube thing. I got my girlfriend. I got my family. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, I think everyone's had a Swisher Sweet a time or two. The Swisher Sweets. With the plastic tip, right? Hello, Mr. Kidwell. Hello, Eli. How you doing? Troy Kidwell. How's it going? Hopefully you're not trying to low-key troll. You know, again, Dana, I don't have a whole lot to say about you because you've turned your life around. And here's the thing, Dana had a good life before all this stuff happened with Tammy and Kiwi Farms and the alcohol and all that. She had a good life. You can hear the story right here on Coach Eli 2. A few weeks ago, Dana and I went live for, like 2.5 hours, I think it was. Watch the replay. It was a phenomenal show. She shared everything. Okay? You know, her husband was in the military and was and probably still is susceptible to top secret information that could affect our country. And when they were married, Dana was followed around like a hawk, and it became difficult. So how do you expect any woman in that situation to live her life with her husband and her family when the feds are always on her ass to make sure that, you know, her husband wasn't telling her about top secret information and that she wasn't blasting it out to the world and harming us, right? Like, you tell me Would you want to live your life in that way? I certainly wouldn't. So can you blame her? But she had a good life. And then she went through divorce. And then she encountered... Give me a second here. And then she encountered the trolling thing with Tammy and all that on Kiwi Farms. And then she went through everything she went through. After she had just gone through a divorce she didn't really want to go through. But she had to. Because she didn't want to be under the microscope of the federal government for the rest of her life. Right? How can you live your life like that? So I can't blame Dana for reacting in any way that she reacted in the Tammy situation. Right? And maybe so. Maybe on the flip side, Tammy reacted to some of the ways Dana reacted, and it kept going back and forth. The bottom line is, I've seen Dana reform. I'd like to see Tammy reform. I'd like to see her let all this go and stop trusting people that are using her as a patsy and the scapegoat for other things. All right, dude. Now you're timed out for 24 hours. You can think about that for 24 hours and come back another time. You're not banned. You're timed out for 24 hours. If you don't think I have not reformed, if you think because I used the N-word years ago and said some things years ago that makes me a bad person, listen, dude, you can keep entertaining your audience and you could rebroadcast me every day. I told you. You rebroadcast me every day for the rest of your life. You're an antagonizer on purpose, dude, just to create content out of nothing. Okay? I've been through a lot on the platform, and I feel I have reformed, and I have become a better person. And I have learned how to deal with your shit even better. And I've accepted you, and I don't hate you. I have no hate for you. I've been nice to you. But you still have not, you have not changed, James. If anyone hasn't changed, it's you. You're still the same person. At least online. Offline, I think you're a pretty good guy. Offline, I have no problems with you. Online, I think you're a POS. I really do. I think you're a piece of shit online because that's what you have to do to make your money. But that also comes with people coming back at you and thinking that your online persona is who you really are, which I know it's not. Good weather for ducks, says Jules. It's pouring here in San Jose. I don't know why you have unemployed trolls bothering you, Eli. Some of these people have nothing but time on their hands, a job, and a girlfriend would set him straight. Well, listen, it's none of my business how Jamie lives his life, how he makes his money, whether he has a girlfriend or not. I don't care. I made peace with him. And I'm keeping my peace. And he's welcome to chat here as long as he follows my rules. He's also welcome to rebroadcast me whenever he wants. And additionally, if he doesn't follow my rules and is just even lightly trolling, then he'll be timed out for 24 hours. That's fine. He's not banned. You're not banned here, James. You're welcome to come back in 24 hours and think about why you got timed out. And maybe you'll get timed out again. Maybe you'll keep getting timed out. I won't ban you. I promised you I wouldn't ban you, James, and I'm not. But I will time you out. I love YouTube's new timeout features now, up to 24 hours. Don't you like that? Don't you like that, GLM? Isn't that great? Well, GLM beat me to it. She timed you out for 86,000 seconds on your backup, James. You see, Jamie, this is. I'm going to talk about you. And you say I need to be reformed, James. No, you're the one that needs to work on being reformed, or coming up with some different type of content concept, because you keep doing the same thing you've always done. And honestly, dude, that could be because maybe you're feeling that if you do something else, you won't get the same traction or make the same money. I disagree. I think you're far more capable than you're giving yourself credit for, right? But you're afraid to give up the drama donations and stuff that's bringing you some money. And I can understand that, dude, but is this the way you want to live your life, right? This is the way you want to live your life for the rest of your life? You want to be a drama W on YouTube for the rest of your life? You know what a drama W is. I can't say the word. I'll get demonetized. And I really appreciate my monetization status on both channels. Like I would rather not be known as a male drama W, dude. That's all I'm saying. It's hella annoying. What's annoying? Be honest, GLM. Give it to me straight. What is hella annoying? Folks, get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We'll be going off the air very, very soon. We're at 81 minutes. I got to go home. I've been doing a lot of cleaning all day with Don. Don, not John. Doing a lot of cleaning. I got to do some deep carpet cleaning tonight. I got to steam clean the carpets with the Bissell Hydro Steam pet cleaner that I got several months ago. It's time to do the carpets again. When you have pets, you got to do them more often. This is what you always do, James. You go and you do ludicrous things on purpose because people talk about it, and it keeps you top of mind. That's been your marketing ploy, and I understand that. And you want to know, honestly, it's not a bad marketing ploy. It's worked for you for a while, and it used to work on me, but not anymore. I'm just saying, dude, look. You can't live and die continuing to make content off of just doing ludicrous stuff just to get attention, dude. And I know that's not who you really are. It's just what gets attention, right? It is what it is. I got 2 dogs. Parquet flooring is the way to go. Okay. That's good. Get your final questions, comments, concerns in the chat. Anyone can be reformed, folks. Anyone can be reformed, as long as they're mentally competent. If you're not mentally competent, if you're diagnosed as mentally incompetent, that's a different story. I think anyone that is mentally competent, another way of saying that is in your right mind, mentally sane, right? Not an insane person. If you're mentally sane, I think reform is possible for anyone. If you're not sane, then that's an obvious thing, right? Then you're chemically imbalanced, and you're going to need medication and other type of help to level yourself off, or you might do something stupid that won't only hurt you, could hurt others too. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, it's funny to me how Jamie wants to do this rebroadcast and then talk to me on my broadcast and then entertain his audience by taking over my show. You're not taking over my show anymore, James. You can rebroadcast me all you want, and I still don't have any problems with you. I like you. I think you're a good dude off of YouTube. I think you're just trying to, do your thing. I get it. But, dude, you're not going to take over my whole show with, using that as a place to have me answer your audience's questions while you reap the fucking benefits. No fucking way, dude. Come on, man. So, yeah, you can come back tomorrow. As long as you don't do that, you won't keep getting timed out. Let me see. GLM says, girl, I have no carpet, just the throw rug in the foyer and the bedrooms that fit in the wash. LOL. Juju doesn't know how to act. Oh. It's been good catching up, Eli. I'll catch you on another stream. Time for me to sleep. Email me with the main channel again, Jules, so I can unban you. Coach Eli at coach@eliasmelas.com. GLM, your comment you were correcting didn't make it through, Jules. Okay, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. 85 minutes. We're at an hour and 25, almost an hour and 26 minutes. We're leaving 34 in the box, 12 thumbs up. Thank you again to Jenny Sandler for the $20 super chat. If you want to donate before we go off the air, you can super chat or super sticker at the bottom of the chat. Hit the $sign. You can also become a channel member at the $2.99 or $4.99 level. The $4.99 level will get you everything. The $2.99 will get you just members-only live chats for publicly viewable streams that are members-only live chats. If you want the streams with Don and I in the future that are going to be members-only, even for moderators, then you'll need to have at least a $4.99 channel membership. Also, once we go off the air, you can donate via Cash App or PayPal. Nightbot's been sharing my Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes in the chat. And I believe they're also below in the description. On PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. And on Cash App, you can go to $the real Coach Eli. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.